Okay, today is our yoga day. Thank you for letting me make a recording so that I can take Bailey to her orthodontist appointment. I'm going to start seated. You could have a yoga block, a yoga strap if you need to, and I'm not going to have music playing, so I'll let you, I'll just talk you through it, and you are welcome to just listen to me and do it, or put on some music in the background, because there will be times obviously when I'm not talking or we're just breathing. So you might like to have something in the background, but I figured I'll let you guys choose that. Again, so starting out, just sitting nice and tall. You're somewhere where you're not necessarily getting distracted by a whole bunch of people around you. Just resting your hands on your knees. Sits bones, those two little bones in your bum. Get them really grounded to that floor. And you can have your eyes open or closed. And we're just breathing in the nose and out the nose. Nice and steady. We'll see if we can get through everything I have planned for today. I always plan a lot of stuff. Deep inhale and exhale. You're going to move at your own pace. Don't worry if I'm going too fast for you, you slow it down. Or if I'm going slow and you want to go faster, then play the video on a faster mode. And we'll see if this is mirrored when I actually post it to you guys or not. So when I say right and left, but it looks like I'm doing my left or my right, just don't worry about that too much. You can do whatever, you can mirror me exactly or do the side that I say. I'm going to drop my right ear to my right shoulder. My shoulders are heavy to the floor, relaxing the shoulders, relax your face. I'm not forcing my head over, I'm just dropping that right ear to that shoulder. Kind of opening up that neck. Just hold and breathe. Just want to double check that, yeah, it was recording. Head back up. Now we're going to take that left arm up and over to the right side. It's the same side that you just dropped your head. Pushing on the floor, all right, to keep those hips down. Up and over, breathing. And I'm kind of pushing my ribs away the opposite direction there. Come out of that up and over while you drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Now your hands can be at your side, your hands can be on your knees, whatever feels more comfortable to you, but keeping those shoulders relaxed and down. You might find you have a little more flexibility on one side than the other. This is my good side. And then bring that head back up center. Inhale, we lift, and take it over. Pushing your hips down, reaching up, over, and out, really elongating that arm. Pushing the armpit or the ribs open and away, hand on the floor, keeping, like I'm actively pushing that hip down by pressing my hand on the floor. And release. Good. We're going to interlace our fingers behind us, making like a little fist. Bring your hands to the right hip. All right, ooh, that feel good, right? We're sitting tall. Again, we're going to drop your ear to the right shoulder. Now this arm that is here, just in this position, I'm not forcing anything. The shoulder's relaxed. I'm pulling those arms to my hip, and then once they are on my hip, I kind of relax them. And then kind of tilt the chin up. And tilt the chin down. We're doing a lot of stretching. I know I said I do like strength and sculpt and then stretch, but today I actually mostly stretch. There's a little bit of core in there. And release, hands on your knees. We'll get the other side in a second. We're gonna do a seated cat-cow. Tuck your chin and round your back. And then when you inhale, you're gonna lift the chin and push that chest forward, opening that collarbone. So follow your breath. Exhale, we tuck and round. And when you inhale, open and arch. Take that through a few breaths. If you breathe faster than me, you're going to be doing the move faster. If you breathe slower, you're going to move slower, and that's okay. Now, let's sit up tall. We're going to interlace those hands behind and take it to the other side. Hands to the left hip, nice and tall, shoulders relaxed, dropping the left ear to your left shoulder. This feels really good. I lifted weights yesterday and this is hitting those sore spots. So this yoga right now is a little self-serving, but a lot of us tend to hold our stress in our shoulders, right, Kathy? Show this to Rob as well. Ooh, Stephanie, show this one to this particular stretch. You don't have to show the whole video. Tilt the chin up. Adam would like this stretch. Of course, I guess I could show him next time he's here too. Looking down. And release. Hands back to those knees. Now, rather than doing cat-cow, we're going to make circles here. So we're kind of taking the cat-cow idea, but adding a side. Ooh. Yeah, I like that. And then let's reverse direction. I'm actually kind of using my knees. I have my hands on my knees to help make that a really big circle, purely because I like it. And then I want you to take this to a forward fold. You're going to walk your hands out in front of you. Come on down. Now, some of us might have a little belly in the way, or might be bigger chested than me, and you only go as far as you can. I don't have a chest. I can go pretty far. Just kind of relax it down. Once you come on down, I don't want you to just relax everything. Want those fingers extended, pushing that chest towards the floor, but also taking your hands on the floor, pushing your hips back. Feeling stretch all through in here and in your lower back. And then we're going to lean forward and adjust yourself so you're in a tabletop. We'll do a few cat-cows while we're right here. Round the back. When you exhale and when you inhale, lift the chin and arch. Take that through a few times. I'm already warming up. That's pretty good. Just arch and round, following your breath. All right, then we're going to do some wrist stretching. All right, a lot of us tend to have sore wrists when we're here in our planks and whatnot. So I want you to turn, so palms are still down. Turn your fingertips towards your knees. And I'm just going to kind of sway. Right here, nothing too much. You know, if something hurts, you make it small, you make it tiny. Or if this range of motion is a little too much, you can cheat and let those hands go out to the side a little bit. Though it won't get quite what I'm looking for, but I don't want anything to hurt. And you could do it like a pulse, or you can just do a slight back and forth. And then we're going to take those palms up, but the fingertips are going to go in. All right, now I don't want you putting a whole bunch of weight on those arms, right? We're just nice and light. You know, maybe you like a side to side here, or maybe you liked that front to back. That one doesn't affect the side as much. More side to side works, but don't hurt those wrists. This should be good for the wrists. It should feel nice on those wrists. Now we're gonna curl those toes under, right? Sitting up. So my curls, I don't know if you can see my toes from the color. And my toes are curled under, sitting up, so I'm getting a stretch through the arches of my feet. And I'm just gonna kind of roll those wrists from what we just did. Maybe you shake it out. Make it really big, look really silly, but Like I said, you're here alone doing your yoga. No one's looking, no one's making fun of you unless you invited a friend over to do it, because guess what? That's great. Invite your friend, do the video. Hi, friend. They'll realize I'm ridiculous, I'm silly. I'm very professional, I know what I'm doing, but I'm ridiculous and silly. Just made you laugh, didn't I? That's my goal. I like to make people smile and laugh, but you know that about me. All right. I feel good, I feel ready. We're gonna take it to a down dog. So curl those toes under, lift those knees, push those heels back. Feet about hip distance apart, your fingers are spread, the middle finger's pointing away from you. Now I want those knees bent. All right, kind of trying to bring your belly or your chest towards your thighs. Nice, bring that slide a little bit. Got on my non-slip socks. I need non-slip fingers. And a lot of times when you're here in down dog, your heels, the idea is we're trying to push them towards the floor, but right now I'm not worried about that. Just bending those knees, arms extended, pulling the belly and the chest towards the knees. And then we're gonna slowly press the heels down to straighten those legs and then bring them back. Building that flexibility to be able to hold a really good down dog, pushing those heels down. I mean, you can follow your breath. I'm just kind of going back and forth. Let's do one more. And then keep those legs fairly straight, right? They're straight, but my knees are kind of soft. They look like they're straight, but the knees are relaxed. Now I'm gonna paddle that down dog. Alternately bending those knees. Keep going. The focus right here is I'm pushing my heels into the floor. And now I'm going to change my focus, keep the move, but now I'm going to start to make it almost lazy. Those knees kind of turn in, my hips are swaying back and forth. Maybe you're starting to feel this through your back or your hips. I kind of like this one too. Keep going. Let me see where we're going after this. Oh, yep, right where I want to be. All right. We're going to either walk your feet into your hands or walk your hands to your feet to a forward fold. Again, my legs are fairly straight, but my knees are soft and bent. I'm just hanging. Here's where that block comes in. If you cannot touch the floor, if right here in the forward fold, your hands are not touching the floor, you go get a block, right? You say this, my block, right underneath you. So you have something to hold on to, right? So I guess really you don't even have to, if you don't have a yoga block at home, this Tupperware. Grab something that will bring the floor to you if you cannot actually touch the floor. I want your head relaxed. And interlace your fingers. We're going to place them behind your head, right at your neck. Sorry if you can't hear me. And then we're going to kind of just shake our head no. Not really shaking, but that's the motion. And I'm taking my hands, keep going, and I'm actually kind of helping to twist the head, right? I'm right here. I'm looking at it, pushing, looking at it, pushing. And then I'm going to say yes. Same thing. I'm just kind of letting it lift, pull it in. And then release that. Fold those arms. Relax the head. Hanging like a rag doll. I'm just going to kind of twist right to left. Now I'm not swaying left to right like an elephant walks. No, like if there's a pole right here on your tailbone, I'm twisting around the pole. Right to left. Like I'm going to the side of my leg to the other side of my leg. Knees are soft. Interlace the hands again, back behind that neck. Bend those knees a lot. And slowly roll it up. Kind of pulling on that head a little bit, just letting gravity, I guess really not pull, but let gravity work on that neck as you slowly come on up to standing and release. All right, standing tall. Your feet, if you want to feel steady, hip distance apart. If you want a little challenge, feet together. All right, deep breath. Interlace the fingers at the top, even though you can't see my hands at the top. And I'm gonna lean to the side. I'm not actively pushing my hips back to the opposite side. They might go there, but I'm thinking long and lean. Lean as in leaning to the side. Nice and tall. And the other side. Now, you could do this through a few times, following your breath, or maybe you like to just sit and hold one side. So you would inhale tall and you would exhale to lean. And then you would do that again, following your breath, or maybe you're like, you know what, Nisi, I don't want to go back and forth. I really like this spot right here. I'm going to hold it, which I tend to do. I kind of like to hold things, but you know, what you like. Up, tall. We're going to take your hands out to a cactus. Right? Just pretend like it's a picture of a cactus here. Fingers extended, elbows down. And I'm going to kind of a squat. Open the chest, so like you're doing a crescent with the upper body. Everything just kind of squatting down, opening up. Nice and tall. Looking up, opening the collarbone, arching my back, pointing my tailbone back. Up and release. And we do that again. You're tall, interlace, lean, following either the breath side to side or holding. Like I said, I like to hold. I added the hip. Didn't really mean to, but it just felt good. Lift, stepping wide back to that cactus where the fingers come out wide. Like I'm really pushing those fingertips out, pulling those elbows in, arching the back, looking up. It looks really funny, right? But you should just feel all those little spots that I'm getting here. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, call me up. Say, Nisi, that little weird cactus thing you're doing, I don't know where I'm supposed to feel it. Am I feeling it in the right spot? And I'll say, here's what you do. All right, either at the front or the back edge of your mat, we're going to get into a lunge. So take a deep breath. Exhale, forward fold. Kind of hug those legs in. And then you're going to come out to a down dog, either walking your hands out or walking your feet back. Either way. We're going to step your right foot up between your hands. Now maybe you can get there smoothly like mine just did, or maybe you need to stand up and put it there. Either way, that's fine. Hands to the floor. Just make sure at home when you're doing this, right, that ankle's right underneath that knee. All right, I don't want that foot further than your knee, and I don't want it behind the knee. I want it directly underneath that knee. Back heel pushed, back leg long. Keep holding, keep holding. This is where your block comes back in if you want. I really have the yoga block right there. This was the closest thing. All right, you can put your hands on that yoga block, or maybe you have two blocks, which would be even better right now. One block on this side, one block on that side. If you can't touch the floor, you have a block there to help. Now we're gonna kind of rock this back, back, back. Pushing that heel back. This is for those ankles. Stephanie, this should, I'm hoping, feel nice, because I know you've got some ankle concerns. This is helping them to get stronger. This is good for you, but if it hurts, make it small. In fact, Stephanie, if you want to make it even, well, everybody, okay, so let's do it. Let's all do it. Let's all do this, Stephanie. Push it and make it like a big, big motion. It doesn't have to be a pulse. Ooh, it feels nice on my toes. Do you hear my toes cracking? My back doesn't ever crack, or my neck doesn't crack, but my toes and fingers sure crack all the time. All right, we're gonna drop that knee down, I think. Yep. We're gonna push back to a hamstring stretch. If you need a pillow, put it underneath that knee right there. Go right ahead. This is a great time for that block again, because sometimes, you know, maybe you're here and you can't touch the floor, and I don't want you here wobbling. I want you to be able to hold on to something. This foot, I am not pointing it and I'm not actively flexing it. It's relaxed. It's whatever it wants to do. Just nice and stretch. If you hear some noises, I hear my husband getting up this morning, walking around doing things. when he really should be in here doing this with me. Yeah, he should. Now, this leg is straight, the knee is soft, it's relaxed. I'm not doing a locking the knee, I'm not double jointing it, it's relaxed. I'm gonna start to slowly melt over that leg. I don't go very close to it. Some of you might be able to actually bring your belly to your thigh and touch your head to your shin. That is not in my flexibility wheelhouse. It's waving at my husband behind the camera there. I can't do the splits. I'm close to doing the splits, but I cannot. Relax that head down. If ever this becomes too much, because we've been holding here for a while, you can come out of it and come right back in when you're ready. However you like. Okay. From here, let's see, where am I at? Because I have an order. Oh yeah, pushing those hips forward. This time we're gonna come up to sitting. So our hips are pushing down, back leg is long. We're gonna do eagle arms. So what that means, see my right leg is forward. I'm gonna put my right hand in front of me. Left left arm goes underneath the right elbow. And then I try and bring my palms together. I'm gonna lift the elbows high. Ooh, you feel that between those shoulder blades? I wish I could see your faces right now. Either you're loving this or you're hating it. And I would get a good giggle. So do you like the eagle arms? Do you hate the eagle arms? This is another one if you're big chested, it's not easy to do. So us small chested ladies, guess what? Every now and then there's a bonus. All right, eagle arms. Yes, nice. Let those hands come down. Block here if you need it. I'm gonna turn. You guys can see me a little bit better. All right, my hands, see ya? My hands are on the inner arches of my feet, right? So that knee is right there. Good. Now that back leg, I'm gonna pull it and kickstand it in. What does that mean? All right, so I'm here, just bending it in. Does that make sense? So I'm gonna take that outside arm and reach it up. Hold. I'm gonna turn at another angle so you can see it from that way. Ooh, I need a little padding on that one. You can always come out of your move to adjust anything you need. Once you're in that move, you are not married to it. All right, you're able to be a little fickle, move, change things. Open, I'm looking up to the sky. Maybe if you want to do some big circles, you can. I tend to like circles once my hands are in the sky, it just feels good. All right, from this position, all right, we're gonna just push yourselves up and over to the other side, right? We love it. Now notice my knee right underneath my hip, right? It's not away, it's not in, directly under that leg that was bent is now straight, hands to the floor, or up and over. Maybe you like to be to the sky, maybe you like to be at an angle, maybe you like to reach for the wall. I like to reach for the floor. Breathe, hold. I want to see if I wanted to go anywhere with this or keep it. I think I wanted to keep it. Yeah, I do want to keep it. I'm just going to change it here in a second. Now that leg that is on the floor, like the knee that's on the floor, it's going to stay there. I'm going to look to the floor. I'm going to drop that top hand to the floor, so I'm looking down and I turn my hips. Curl that back toe. Hands are strong to the floor. I'm going to tuck my chin and round my back to pull your hips up and leg comes up. Lower it down. Again, round it. And then we're going to push it through to a three-legged dog. So that heel's pushing to the floor, the other leg is opening up to the sky. Take a deep inhale. On your exhale, bring it right back to that rounded back. This is a cheetah. Cheetah pose. Inhale to three-legged dog, cheetah, three-legged dog, and then bring that foot down. So you're kind of in a down dog, plankish. So come to your plank, lower all the way down. Cobra, big or small, release. Child's pose. Come up to your table. We're gonna do all that on the left side. Curl your toes, lift your knees, press your heels down for that down dog, and step your left foot up between your hands. All right, this is that ankle rock, right? Remember, if you need your block, you have 2 blocks on either side. If you only own 1 block, then put the block inside the arch right here, but you might not need it. You can be at your palms, you could be a fist, you could be at your cupping fingertips. You hear that? That's my toes. I kind of did that one on purpose. I like to get deep. Good. It's my dancer's feet. Or my old lady feet, right? I gotta talk to you guys about menopause or something one day. I think I got some issues. Kathy, you're my go-to on some of that. Maybe Mary and Kathy got a couple tips for me. I don't know if that's what it is, but anyway. All right, we're gonna take it to that low lunge now. Knees down. We'll do a hamstring stretch in a second. Sitting up, left arm, right arm under, eagle. So we have the twist and we lift. Your legs are working a little bit here, aren't they? Just enjoy the stretch between the shoulder blades, all right? I looked at you and I lost my balance. And release the arms. Push your hips back for that hamstring stretch. Remembering blocks nearby if you need it. No shame in needing a yoga block. And again, you can grab Tupperware, a big book, your Bible. Your Bible's a pretty thick book. It would be good, right? Maybe you have a big old Bible, and then you start being able to reach the floor, and then you just need the Old Testament or the New Testament. And then keep going down. If you go to church with me, you start with the quad. You lose the New Testament and the Old Testament, then the Book of Mormon, then Doctrine and Covenants, then I don't remember the other ones. All right, the front leg relaxed. Good. All right, we're gonna lean it forward. Both of your hands on the inside here. Let's make sure I got all those. I did. Kickstand that leg. Remember that one? And open up to the sky. So I'm kind of pushing those hips down and I'm opening up. And that kickstand, if you need that padding for that knee, you come out of this move, get you your padding, get back into your lunge, kickstand it, inner thigh, open. That's better. Remembering if you wanted to circle the arms or if you like to back and forth. Remember, we get to come up now and over. I love that. I don't know, that one's just a good one to me. You might find some that you're like, oh, I love that one, or I hate that one. Remembering that top hand can be up to the sky, maybe an angle, maybe you reach for the wall. I tend to reach for the wall and then I kind of reach a little bit, like at an angle. All right, you can see what I'm doing. I try to describe things so that if you wanted to do this with your eyes closed, you could, but you're always welcome to just look at me. Once I really get moving, I tend to keep my eyes open. But you know, if you got really good at this and just focused on your breath, it's amazing. Hold, hold, hold while I peek where we go. That's right, we go to the cheetah from here. So this is the one where we look down, hand comes down, turn your hips, turn your chest so everything's pointing down, curl that back toe so that we can lift the knee off the floor towards your chest, rounding your back up. Now we lower, and then we're gonna add the three-legged dog. Round to a cheetah, push that back heel down, pointing that leg up to the sky. Inhale on your exhale, tuck and round it to cheetah. Now my knee comes in towards my nose, but that's not what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about rounding my back and pulling my knee in towards my chest. And release that foot. Let's come to your down dog. We're now on our second page. We've done well. Let's do a vinyasa. Come down to your plank. It's gonna drive you crazy, Katie, because I'm not fixing my mat. Lower all the way down. Or Kathy, to my OCD friends, which I agree with all the time. Oh yeah. Release. Child's pose. Push it back, hold, and breathe. Because I need to see how long we have been here. We're doing so good. Oh, I'm excited. I'm like, have we been here for like an hour? It's gone by pretty nicely, actually. I feel like we've tackled quite a lot. All right, we're gonna come up now to your down dog. We're gonna go wide. Go as wide as your mat. Heels pushing towards the floor. Tailbone up. Spreading your fingers wide. Now you're gonna take your right hand and we're gonna reach for your left foot. I'm gonna reach on the outside. Now maybe, see, I can reach my ankle. If that's not for you, you can only reach your thigh. But I do want you to find some part of your body to grab onto so that you can pull to look underneath the armpit. So we have a twist, right? In your down dog, opposite hand to the opposite leg. And you pull and you twist. Now I tend to look up to the sky, but you don't have to. You could look at the wall. We're breathing, pulling that navel in. Knees are relaxed. And bring it back to your down dog. If you have a sinus infection, you might be getting dizzy. So just be aware. This will help clean those sinuses, but you might not like it for a second. Other side. I say that because that's what I've got going on. It's not a sinus infection. I have, Marion, remember when you had vertigo? I don't know if you still get it. I got a little bit of that going on. And the doctors think it might be a little bit of perimenopause, which is not fair. I'm not old enough for that yet. No, I'm not. I don't care what you say. And release it. Tabletop. Roll the wrists. Give them a little bit of a breather. Good. Now, we're going to come. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. We're going to come on up to standing. Come to your down dog. Walk your hands in. Knees are soft. Roll it up slowly. It's going to get you in this funky bed. I'm just going to take you right into it. Nice and easy. Legs wide. Toes are front. All right, I don't want any plies. Toes are front. Shoulders are back. Nice and tall. Inhale. Palms together. Heart center. Good. Shoulders up. Back. Down. Squeeze. Good. Now we're going to sink. Sink, 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 sink. Sink, 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 sink. Not a little wide. I'm ready. Bring it back in a little bit. Sink, sink, sink. Ooh, adjust it. Do you need your legs wider? Do you need them more narrow? Elbows, pushing your knees open. Good. Shoulders back, lifting high. If this is not for you, I mean, if you're good here, hold it here. If this is not for you, your other options, you could be right here at the butterfly with your elbows pushing your knees and hips open. If that is more for you, you take it, because this one's pretty intense. Little sumo squat here. And maybe if you can make it into the sumo squat, you can twist it, you can wiggle it. You don't have to go as low if you don't want to. You could bounce it. Oop. All sorts of little things you can do here, opening those hips, where we tend to be tight a lot as well. All right, hands to the floor or hands to your yoga block. Hips up, heel to those feet even wider, because we're gonna lower to a side lunge. Deep side lunge. Inner thigh stretch is going on. Again, if you want to wiggle this or push that knee out or twist it. Other side. Good. Now, my leg naturally just kind of comes up. You could point it, you could flex it, but I don't want you to feel like it's in the hamstring and calf. I want it in that inner thigh. So we're going to kind of try and keep that toe from going straight up to the sky. If it's relaxed and it's just kind of at an angle, that's okay. You don't have to force it down, but I don't want it up to the sky. It's kind of relaxed. Wiggle it just a little bit. Good, and back up center. Yoga block here in the middle if you need it. If not, don't worry about it. All right, you're gonna take your right toe, point it towards the front of your mat. Bend that right knee. Walk your hands to your foot, because we're gonna windmill straight up to a warrior two. So your left foot is still turned out, right toe to the front edge of your mat, dropping, reaching, shoulders down, long. Going into a side angle, extended side angle. So you're looking out over your fingertips. Hinge from your hips like you want to reach for the wall. You're really going to touch that wall so you can't go any further. And then you rest that arm on that front thigh. That other arm can reach up to the sky or over at that side angle. Now this is similar to that other one we did on the floor, but I'm going to switch it. But here's the key. This bent knee, not going anywhere, it stays. I'm going to come back up to my warrior two into a reverse warrior. So that front hand, that right hand, palm goes up, and I reach for that back ankle. Front knee hasn't changed, right? We're not straightening it, stays low. Up and over. Back hand is resting on the thigh, but I'm actively reaching for that ankle. Let's go one more time to that side angle. I haven't changed the bend in my knee at all. And then one more time to our reverse. To the warrior two. All right, straighten that leg, turn that right toe in. Turn that left toe, bend it. Let's find our warrior two on the other side. Now we're reaching those hands. They're not just sitting there. Reaching, pushing the shoulders down, sinking, looking, hinge and reach. Rest on the thigh. Right arm up and over for side angle. I feel like I'm talking a lot this morning. My apologies if you wanted quiet yoga. Sometimes it just gets me. And I want to talk. I'm even talking about talking. Reverse warrior. Actively reaching. Front leg is bent, up and over, looking to the sky. Back to your side angle. Trying to keep that same bend in those knees. It doesn't change from the side angle to the reverse warrior. So really focus on that. That's what I tend to see. Like 85% of people adjust that bend when they move. Don't do it. Back to your warrior two. Straighten, toes front, interlace your hands behind, pushing to the floor, drawing your shoulder blades together, Now my legs are long, but my knees are relaxed. Hinging forward halfway. Let those hands come to the sky. And you can stay here, or you can sink even lower to where your head is just dangling. Your arms are just, gravity is taking them. Release your hands, and we're just gonna come on down to the floor. Boat pose. So it's just like our V-sit. That's pretty much what it is. It's a V-sit, but in yoga it's called a boat pose, and in Pilates it's a boat pose. So you're sitting tall, shoulders are back. You lean back to form a little V, hence the name V-sit. And you could be right here, or you let go, or one leg up, or two legs up for boat pose. Now, don't round it. Shoulders up, back, back, flat, and we're gonna hold. We did a lot of stretching. We're gonna do some core. If at any time those feet need to come to the floor, just like if you need 1 foot down or 2 feet, go ahead. Otherwise, we're just holding. We're gonna interlace your fingers to make a fist. We're gonna twist to the side, touch the floor. Other side. What does that look like? A Russian twist. Yes. We're not going fast. And we don't have weights. Twist and reach for the floor. Center. Twist it. Reach for the floor. Remember, anytime that foot needs to come to the ground, go ahead and take it. Otherwise, we're working really good here. And then we're gonna hold the next one on the right side. Reaching for the floor. I'm gonna take my hands, I'm gonna push against my hip to twist and look back. Are you shaking? Bring it back center before you twist. Hands on that hip, twisting and looking over to the side, keeping your back flat, right? We're not rounding still, keeping a flat back. And release. Extend those legs out in front of you, flex. If you want a yoga strap, here's where it would come in. You'd hook that strap and pull. Otherwise, we're just gonna reach for those toes. Flexing the feet. Legs are long, knees are soft. Inhale, nice and tall. And it's okay to round the back on this one. We're gonna lean forward and reach and round and grab some part of your body. Maybe that's your shins, your ankles, maybe your feet. You're gonna pull, relax your knees, shake them out if you need to. We're just kind of enjoy this stretch as much as you can. In that, maybe you like to point your toes. Or maybe you like to flex your feet and pull on your toes. Whatever it is, relax your hamstrings. Like you have to, on the inside, actively think, okay, hamstrings, relax, let go, loosen up. Tell your knees to relax, tell your thighs to relax. Imagine that you're stepping into a hot tub, right? And those muscles just hit that warm water and they just, nice and relaxed. And let that head just dangle heavy. If it ever becomes too much, you come out and then you go right back in. Or you stay or you bounce those knees. It's really good to be able to build up endurance for the stretches because that's what builds your flexibility. You know, because after a class, we always just kind of stretch, stretch, stretch a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. It's never really enough if you're trying to build flexibility, which as we get older, we lose flexibility. So we need to try and keep as much as we can, which means we have to focus sometimes. Hopefully once a week, you're getting in some good stretches. I mean, you could play this one and repeat once a week if you want to. All right, we're gonna lay on back, hug those knees into your chest, and let's rock side to side. Yeah, you earned that. Even though we didn't do weightlifting, my muscles feel a little tired, not sore, just tired and worked. Let's take that right ankle on your left knee. I mean, you can keep it on the floor, and you can push that knee open, and or you can bring it in, reach through, hold, pull it in, and let that elbow, right, my elbow on my right knee is pushing that knee open, pulling your legs close to your chest. Eyes open or closed. Relaxing your legs. We're not going to go to the other side yet. Remember that eagle we did with our hands? We're going to take it to the legs now. So you're going to release your hands, cross your legs more, like you have to go to the bathroom, and this may be where you stay, or you continue the cross. Or sort of like crossed, those feet. Arms out. Well, let me take that back. So my right is crossed over my left. So my right hand is out to the side, palm down. My left hand is going to come to the knee and help guide it down to the left side. And you can choose to look to the left, or you can look to the ceiling for a little extra stretch, or look to the right. If the eagle stretch with the legs is too much, you just cross those legs a little bit. Or if that is even too much, you don't have to cross the legs at all. You can just stack those knees. My shoulder is coming off the floor, but I'm thinking about pushing it towards the floor. Relax your back. See, some of you, when you get in here, you might hear and feel your back popping. Mine doesn't do that, but it sure would be nice if it did. And come out of that twist. Let's take the other side. Left ankle on that right knee. You can push that knee open. And if you want, reach through to pull the legs in. Let the elbow push that knee some more. Pulling those legs in, relaxing your ankles and your knees. And then we're going to take those legs to the eagle. So cross the left over right more, and then continue to hook those legs around for a cross if that's what you're doing. Left arm out, pulling the legs to the right with the right hand, choosing where you're going to look. And then we're going to bring those legs back up, undo the cross, hug those knees in, and instead of rocking side to side, we're going to rock north to south. So we're just going to kind of rock back and forth right here, rock and roll, until you can bring yourself all the way up to sitting. I'm not ending in a Shavasana. If you would like to do that at home, feel free as soon as I'm done here to stop it, to turn me off and maybe lay there and breathe for 5, 10, even up to 15 minutes to just breathe and relax. But otherwise, we're sitting up top. And we're going to do some cycle breathing, some square cycle breathing, which is a great way to de-stress and to help you, if you're feeling anxiety, it helps calm your anxiety. It helps get you, like if you're nervous to go do something and you do cycle breathing, it'll help you focus and be able to get through, push through that nervousness of doing anything. Just gonna shoulders back, sitting it tall, resting the hands on the knees, close your eyes, and you're gonna inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale for 4, and then hold for 4 again. And it can be in and out your nose, or in the nose, out the mouth. That part can be personal preference for today. All right, so you're gonna inhale through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, 3, exhale, 4, 3, two, hold, 4, 3, 2, inhale, hold, exhale, hold, inhale, 1, 2, 3, hold, 1, 2, 3, exhale, 1, 2, 3, hold, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, exhale, 1, 2, 3, hold, 1, 2. Now I'm just going to count. You do the cycle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. One more cycle. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold, and regular breathing. Great job today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got a great stretch. Hope you just feel good, kind of ready and either energized to start your day or energized to keep going with your day. Let me know if you have any questions about a move or a particular stretch, and I will see you on Thursday, and we'll see what we're doing then. Depends on, if everyone's showing up or not. See you guys later.